That's it, man. That's why I wanted to call you and just say, like, I'm going to be going absolutely all in on this next stage, and whatever it takes, then I'm going to do it. And it's going to be tough, but I'm going to figure it out, as I've done it before to get to this stage now. And then it's just doubling down and working smarter in order to get to the next. And just seeing that vision so crystal clear every single day of what that life looks like, what the day to day looks like, what I'm doing, what I'm building, what I'm working towards, the brand I'm building, the impact I'm trying to create. Because truthfully, like, yeah, obviously you want to make a lot of money, but at the end of the day, I wanted to stand for something. I wanted to, whether it be a product or something that people can really get behind, and more so, I wake up every single day fired up to sell. Because up until this point, like, my business has been straight services that definitely people need for sure, and it's working, and it's worked for many people. I think the next stage is just reaching more people like myself, like us, and doing it from an environment that really inspires me to become greater than what I am and really stretch the limits of what's possible. That's why I wanted to call you and just put the words out there, and somebody else needed to hear it.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think it's dude, you can do it, dude, man. Just keep going, you know. She'll never get as better as you, man.
It's really exciting, bro. Like, but yeah, man. Anything that you want to chat about, bro? We can chat about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a relating topic into like next steps. Like right now, dude, I'm trying to kind of bridge that next gap and transition out of, like we were talking about before, that agency model. So I was obviously doing the setup for that real estate um, investors offer, but the problem with the market is that I'm finding that the accredited investors isn't the hottest thing that they want. I mean, of course, some of them do, but it's not the
You want
biggest
deals?
thing. It's deals, yeah, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can
deals is
tell.
the thing
Yeah.
that they all want. And,
So I'll tell
yeah,
you this, bro. I
yeah.
mean, that's good. You're already learning that right now, right? So you can decide to continue in that niche. But I would say like the biggest thing, bro, is I don't know. I'll explain it kind of what I'm seeing.
Mm.
Which is just my perspective on it and what whatever God shows you. But basically, dude, right now, if I'm in your shoes, bro, I'm looking to. Okay, there's two sides of the coin in terms of like where you could go with. Like, there's many different routes you could go with this, but I would say like based on what I know about you, you don't necessarily want to do like necessarily the done for you agency model where it's very just capped at a retainer
Mm-hmm.
for a specific set of things that you're doing repeatedly, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not what you want to do, right?
Yeah, like it feels like I'm almost in that. Like I should at least transition into like a more leverage model of some
Leverage.
sort.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
100% you should.
yeah.
Next viable like leverage play where it gives you time and like where it gives you everything that you want essentially
Mm-hmm.
is this rev share model,
Mm-hmm.
but building it in a way because the only way it really works, dude, is if you have the marketing and sales uh, combined
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, like where you can kind of control the marketing and the sales.
Mm-hmm.
not always the case, because there's some people that I know that like they just do the sales team component and they print,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
With like a sales agency model.
Yeah.
But that only works, what I see, is if the person that is doing it, or the influencer that you're working with,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, has a heavy social presence, like a YouTube channel that with them and be like, yo, I'll give you a percentage of the rev share.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, even if you're netting 10 to 20% yourself, like let's say a 15%,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not on sales calls, you're not fucking doing anything. You're just fucking
Piecing it together.
once a week. You're fucking just getting on calls with the sales manager. Hey, bro, how's this going? Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Here, what's the metrics looking like? Maybe you're just running the retargeting ads, which fucking you spend 2 hours a week doing, right? Just
Yeah.
tweaking some copy, whatever. Oh, hey, bro, like but it was just print.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then you're not on sales calls. You have a team fucking producing.
Yeah.
You have 2-3 of these clients that are each doing 50 to 250, maybe fucking, I don't know, $500,000 a month. Let's say you can get them all to like $200K a month each.
Mm-hmm.
You have, let's say you're doing collectively even 300 grand across all of them a month, or one of them that does 300 grand,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you're making at least 15% across all of them. You're making 45, 50 bands a month.
So lately I've been working like an absolute dog from here in the trench, as I like to call it. Beautiful evening in the trench. Look at the sunshine on the lake. Sun peeking through the buildings there. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Now that I'm done flexing, I can tell you why I have been working like an absolute dog recently. Tough to sleep at night. Lots on the brain, but in a good way. All right? These are the next stages of growth that we ask for as entrepreneurs and people that want to be great in this life. So, there's 3 stages that you currently have to go through in order to become a high-level business person. Okay, and you cannot skip these stages, of what I've realized. And sometimes you need to realize that you can jump a stage sooner than you think, because I made this mistake because I was not focused on one area and I had a little bit of limiting beliefs as well. And I'll break that down for you in a second. And I'll break down the past and what I'm currently working towards right now, just so you have a good understanding. But there's 3 stages. The first stage is that you need to monetize a skill. That could be sales, that could be copywriting, building AI, learning to code. Those are high income skills that businesses would love to have, okay? So it's the first thing that you want to master, is a high income skill. My first one was copywriting. Now people are probably like, oh dude, you can't learn copywriting anymore. AI is going to take it over. No, it's not yet, because business owners aren't figuring out how to have their own AI copywriter right now. I mean, they're interested, sounds interesting, but it's not there yet, okay? What you can do is, if you do like copywriting and you're like me, you're a good writer and you know that you could come in and crush it for somebody, is that you can use AI as a tool to your advantage to be better at your skill and master your craft. That's what I recommend. And that's how you can use that leverage in order to get good results for people, okay? Now, my thing here is about getting more leverage in these 3 stages that I'm talking about. So stage 1 isn't very leveraged, but the most leverage that you can get in stage 1 is a monetizable skill, because you will have that over other people. That is leverage, okay? And then you have time, which is your current piece of leverage that you have, because if you have 0 money, well, then you have time. So there you go, leverage. Now, in order to get more time, you either need to spend more money or hire more people or use code or use media. Those are the other forms of leverage. For stage 2, that's where you can start to branch out a little bit. So, for example, in my case, I started with a monetizable skill, copywriting. I ended up productizing it and getting better in different areas like sales, lead gen, email marketing, appointment setting, all these different things. And I productized it and I started selling to other business owners that needed this service. That's how I built my agency. Now, the problem here, and it'll come into stage 2, but I had some creators that I was working with that I got great results for, got case studies, and I should have just stayed in that lane. Instead, I was just taking on any referrals or any work that I could get because I wanted to make more money and I wanted to scale. And they weren't all necessarily aligned in the same niche. Therefore, they had different problems, similar ones that I could solve when it came to sales and marketing, but ultimately they're in different lanes, right? I can take their case studies, but I can't repeat them over and over and over again to then just sell to one crowd. But what I could do is that I had a handful of them that would work, and I could go to another crowd in stage 2, which I was originally working with. And stage 2 is information. This is where you can have more leverage. You're selling more leveraged products, essentially. Instead of selling a service, which is your time, you're now selling products, which is way more leveraged, right? So info products, this is where you buy courses or digital products. And I have two options for myself personally. I can either go and sell my own information product, which would be how to build an AI automations agency like I have for the past few years, and show them how to make multiple six figures. So people that are maybe stuck at 10K to 30K, how to get above that, right? Or people who want to make their first 10 to 30,000, 40,000 plus as an agency owner, doing AI automations. I could show you how to do that. And I would have a coaching program, product on how to do that. That's option A. Option B is go and work with people who are already doing that. These are people that have a brand, people that have traction from their audience. They have an info product, they have a course, they're selling all these things. They just need a little bit more fuel on the fire from someone like myself that has the back end and the front end acquisition model in order to ramp them up even more. They're more so just educators and content creators because that's what they enjoy doing. They like talking about their craft. But the business side and lead generation and client acquisition side isn't their forte, but it's okay because I've already figured that out for them. So I can go and partner with them, which I've done in the past with 2 case studies. That's why I said I did this in the past. And then I branched off and was helping too many people when I should have just stayed in that lane. And it probably would have been better for me overall, but it's okay because in hindsight, it got us to where we are today. Multiple six figures as an agency owner, not a bad position to be in. So we're all good. That's the next stage. That's stage 2. Stage 3 is where the real wealth is created. These are where you make these big plays, the plays that are going to be the ones that set you up, escape velocity. You don't have to worry about money ever again, all these things, okay? This is where you either build an asset or a business that you can exit, or you invest into one that you can help build more and exit or invest into so that you can get an exit multiple. And then that's where you go, boom, like now we have this huge thing. It's going to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Boom. We don't have to worry about eating steak every night for the rest of our lives. Love it, right? So stage 3, yet to come. Stage 2 is where we're at. Now, what I said before is I could have been at stage 2 a little bit sooner, okay? The lack of focus on the one area was one reason. Like I said, I could have just focused there on that niche market and I would have been fine. Maybe. Who knows? Like, I'm thinking back now. The second thing would have been that the limiting beliefs in myself, thinking, hey, I can't really sell info for myself at least because I don't make $100,000 a month. Well, you don't have to make $100,000 per month to sell info. Like, what is that? That's how diluted the info space is and this space of online marketing is, because I look at numbers like millions and I'm like, that's not that much, because you hear it all the time. So like your perception of how much something is a little bit diluted. It's you got to retrain yourself to be like, no, dude, like $10 million is a good amount of money. Like you're fine for the rest of your life. You beat the game. You know what I mean? Well, there's other guys out here talking about like 50 mil, 100 mil, all this stuff. Like, chill out. You gotta discern. Okay, so I could have launched my own info product a while ago, all right? And I still might because I think it's cool. But ultimately, my goal as a stage 3, when I get to stage 3, is building my own products and investing in others that I really, really enjoy. So as you know, I'm a fitness guy. I love sports. I was an athlete my whole life. And I'll probably be back in that area at some point, whether it be having my own apparel company, drink company, who knows, what other things come my way from that other opportunities that my brand will bring me, in networking or maybe an investment opportunity down the line. Who knows? Okay, it'll come, but that's my stage 3. Stage 3 is for those in building the brand as we go, because ultimately I can document all of this as we're going, which is being done. But all in all, we're here to learn, pivot, and adapt. See, it's not the smartest who survive. It's not even the strongest who survive. It's the most adaptable. You need to adapt, because that's how you stay alive in the game of entrepreneurship, is never give up. Therefore, stay alive for the longest time out of everybody else. So that's where we're at. We're just building, and I'm documenting it live. and that's that. But we're about to go hit a sweet back workout, get these bad boys pumped up a little bit more, come back, have some food, and call it a night. Cheers. How you doing, dude? Are you back in Chicago?
Yeah, I'm in Chicago right now. Mm-hmm.
Nice, man. Nice. Looks good there.
I've been liking it out here. It's really nice. I mean, winter went by pretty fast.
So both of them, and got some pretty solid case studies out of both, which was nice. So, and then I basically productized my service, and I went into like helping other agencies and stuff like that. It's kind of how I built what I have now. But I'm actually looking to get back into it as more of like a high leverage model, right? I'm sure, as you know. So that's why I'm trying to network with more guys and see like, okay, what are the projects that are currently popping off right now? Like, what are you guys more so focused on?
Right now, because we're doing like $70K a month some months right now, or like
Nice.
the most recent month with the sales for the mentorship.
Just for the mentorship is $70K per month.
Yes, and then he also takes a percentage of the creator we pair them with, right? So let's say agreement is like 30% or 25%.
Mm-hmm.
That would take like 10%, and then the mentee would take the remaining like 15%.
Got it. Okay, cool.
But now we're also starting to run outreach for my own Instagram, and then we're pairing mentees with me, so I can help the mentees scale these creators, and I'll take like that 10% from like 7 different creators.
Nice. Cool, man. That's awesome. Let's go outside. I gotta let my place dry out. We just got the carpets cleaned in my condo. Carpet wasn't my choice, okay? I didn't buy the place. I'm renting, but it's nice. So we gotta clean every now and then, clean environment. It's a beautiful day. Hopefully you can hear me on this mic, because it's a little loud out here. Anyways, yeah. It is a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive, let me tell you that. I mean, truth be told, right now, for myself, full transparency, I'm in one of the most grind-heavy states that I've been in business, probably for the past, honestly, since the beginning. I would say probably the past like 3 years for sure. And I mean, my first year of business, I wasn't really like profitable by any means. I was pretty much just saving up to move out of my parents' place. But nowadays, with the transition that I'm making, it's good, but it's more work that needs to be put in. So a lot of work is coming from it. And these are the parts that I'm documenting more so even for myself, just to remind myself when I was feeling stuck, when I was feeling a little bit stagnant, and working towards that next level, so that I just have it here. Because sometimes it looks all nice when you're up in the condo, nice beautiful view, beautiful day, all that stuff looks great to the viewer, but in reality you could have all these nice things and still in your business or whatever it is you're trying to do, you still feel like there's that friction or that constraint towards getting to the next level that you want to be at. And that's me right now. So that's why I'm in a very grind heavy season right now. Hard work doesn't always directly reflect success, but certain areas that you do need to put more time and hard work into definitely do, and translate more into what it is that you're looking for. So I like to think that I'm at that stage at the moment. But like I was talking about in a previous clip, and this vlog or video, whatever, is going to be all over the place, because like I did not plan this at all. This is more so just me trying to stay consistent and document this whole thing. And outside of that, it's interesting right now because I've basically built what you would call an AI automations agency, one that's been around for a few years now, and I could be that guy to go and like sell AI automations. I could be, or not even the automations, but being the one who sells the shovel to the gold rush, right? You probably know what I'm talking about, the gold rush, right? Everybody was going to get the gold, AI, sell it to other businesses, but then who are the ones that are teaching, selling the shovels to teach those people? You probably know a few of them. Technically, I'm qualified to be one of those guys. I built an agency off of building an agency that was mainly based on AI automations. That was it. Like, we'd install that. It was on the LinkedIn side of things, and there was a bit of back-end email and text SMS as well, and that's how we built out that whole process, added a sales team, all that stuff. Yeah, it's just interesting because the marketing aspect is like, you could just go market that, right? And I see a lot of these big time marketers. This is an important lesson to watch what people do, not listen to what they say all the time. Pick a handful of people to really listen to, and then watch what other people are doing. There's some big time marketers that you probably know about, you probably see, they have their hand in the AI trend right now, right? Even though they're not mainly doing anything regarding AI, or they don't even actually have an agency towards serving people with AI. They just create offers and sell it to the market because that's what the market wants. That doesn't necessarily make them great at AI. That makes them a good marketer. And I'm now coming to realize in this stage and in the cycle that I'm in right now that it really just comes down to that. I think it is the best marketer, the best person to communicate wins. The best person to showcase a message wins. That's the game. That's what I'm seeing. And I think stepping more into that would be an option for me because I'm qualified to do so. Took me a while to even think about that because I'm like, for my whole measure of selling information is skewed from being in this space because number one, you think everybody knows when to know. It's just you and a very finite amount of people have this kind of information. And then number two, you're like, the numbers are all skewed in your head because you're like, well, I need to make $100,000 a month to even be qualified for this. It's like, not necessarily, because there's people that don't even know how to make $10K a month or 20 or 30, and you can be that next step because there are stages to the game. Like, this is turning into the theme of the video. So here we are. Essentially, is here we are is that next stage. So I'm interested to see what this is going to turn into, but really I'm just at a point right now where I'm just really enjoying the journey, the transformation, building that vision out, getting into that next stage of being great as an entrepreneur, as a business person, building brands, launching brands, building my personal brand, all this good stuff, building an audience, people that are just as dialed in and wanting greatness as well. So that's that. That is that. But that's it. I need to go hit a workout. Shoulder day, baby. Shoulder day. We're gonna hit some shoulders, come back, get some food, and the sunset's going down. It's now turning into a cold day, so it's time to get back inside.
Stuff, but could you just give us some, written sort of key points about the offer and that kind of thing, and a bit more of just like something to refer to?
Absolutely. And we have our note takers in this call as well, so we can really we'll print it out and then just synthesize it. So it's like word for word kind of what Ashley's saying. So if you guys are like ever stuck, right? And again, we're not gonna, when we are speaking to a lot of these people, we're not necessarily just gonna kind of list off all the features, especially on the initial outreach call. The goal is just to make sure that we diagnose their problem first and make sure it aligns with the solution that we can give them. Ultimately, Ashley has that and her team has that sorted out. Like, that's dialed in. We're just making sure we get the right fits in first. So it's got to be a good qualified lead. Right now, we're targeting firms 2 to 20 million, right? So they got to have money because it's not a cheap product, as you guys know. It's a premium service that we're pushing towards these people. So it has to be positioned as such. So when we do communicate with them, it's making sure we're just asking the right questions, which will be in the scripts. It's already there. And coming at it from more of that expert authority kind of approach, right? And making sure that, like Ashley's saying too, these people are experts in their field. We position ourselves as experts in our field, right? And that's how we have to have our persona come through on these calls. So yeah, you guys will have all that, and we'll work together to make sure that we're upholding that frame in these meetings with these people. So then that way we can convert. Remember how I was just showing you how beautiful and sunny it was, and it was warming up one clip ago? What I'm about to show you, this isn't a months apart. This is the next day. Watch this. Are you serious? Do you see what's going on here? Do you see this massive storm? Look at this. Is, you know what? Let's get back out here. Let's see the difference. Watch this. This is one day. It's not even 24 hours. Look at this. Oh my. We're back. We're back with more snow. It's not ending. It's April. It's crazy. This is insane. It never ends. The south is looking better and better by the day, with more consistency. See, environment is so key. One day you go from just beautiful sun, then next thing you know, it's just we get another storm again. I don't know what's going on in this place. I don't know. I'm actually at a loss for words. I don't know what to say. That's it. To be real, do I like hate the snow? No. I don't hate things at all. But it's just the inconsistency of living in southern. That was a lightning flash. And that was a huge, I've never heard that before. Huge lightning flash, lightning strike, and then a huge bolt of thunder. And it's snowing. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I'm talking about. What is that? I don't hate it. It's just so inconsistent. And let's be real, the warmth, way better for you. The sun, key ingredient to a good quality of life. I've never experienced that. I hope the camera got that or the mic got that, because that was insane. Huge, like big flash of lightning, then a huge loud bit of thunder. That's crazy. While it's white out, like I can't even see across the lake now. Look at this. Can't even see. Insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Whatever this video was about is now all about weather. It's whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. Okay.